the refrigerated food to our liver. It has benefited our liver in many ways. Before we begin, our AV team has put your Zoom on mute to allow the session to run smoothly without interruption. We will have the Q&A session later on. If you have any question, you can unmute to ask your question. But of course, if you do not wish to on the microphone, you may use the chat box to type in your question too. Picture will be displayed during the presentation. If you can see clearly, you may zoom in the slide for the clearer view. So now Cindy will share about the knowledge of the nutritional immunology to us. Let us welcome Cindy.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I would like to thank EVG Network and my upline for giving me this opportunity to share this preventive science that brings health and longevity to mankind, which is nutrition immunology. I'm Cindy, so let me share some slides with you first. So first of all, I would like to introduce Elite Global. It is a global preventive science education and health food company. The company's mission is to share the gift of health and knowledge with the world. According to research by genetic experts, the human lifespan should be 120 years old. But why do most of the people live to a mere 70 years old? If he can live to 80 years old, we call it longevity. And if you can live to 90 years old, we call it a miracle. Medical science is very advanced, but why do increasing number of people are diagnosed with chronic diseases? And these diseases are seen in younger people. Nowadays, our diet contains a lot of meat, seafood, which has animal hormones, fats, and cholesterol, growth hormones, antibiotics, and preservatives. There are a lot of people who enjoy fried chicken, French fries, burger. These fast food are high in calories. Perhaps some people may say that they are vegetarian. It is healthier. However, we are unable to avoid various pesticides and chemical fertilizer in the crops. It is also unavoidable that our foods contain seasonings, colorings, and preservatives. This is why the disease that people nowadays get is commonly known as rich man's disease. So stress has become an invisible killer. Whether you are business owner, employee, housewife, or student, there will be a certain level of stress. It will cause the body to secrete toxic hormones called corticosteroids, which will suppress our immune system, increasing the risk of cancer. Many people place all hopes on medication to recover quickly from illness, and leading to overuse of medications. Some people feel that Western medication has side effects and turn to traditional Chinese medicine, which is TCM. However, as long as it is medicine, there will be serious side effects if used in excess. There are some medicinal herbs that are very toxic. Just a little, there will be side effects. Natural ingredients does not mean that there will not be side effects. In fact, a lot of Western medication are extracted from TCM. So let's take a look at free radicals. Why do our body produce free radicals? Every day we are exposed to UV rays, French fries foods, air pollution, smoking, and body's metabolism. This will lead to production of free radicals. Free radicals interfere with the stability of cells' DNA and slow down cells' repair ability and aging of the organs that may lead to cancer. Right now, all eyes are at the global COVID-19 pandemic. Talk about viruses. In fact, viruses existed thousands of years ago. However, medical science was not advanced at the time, and humankind relied on their immunity to fight it. Despite the advancement of medical science, nowadays people are still faced with various life-threatening viruses such as coronavirus, influenza. Some viruses can even cause cancer. For example, nose cancer, cervical cancer, and 80% of liver cancer are caused by hepatitis B. And lastly, which is carcinogens. This is very hard of us to avoid because we are exposed to it every day. Our daily necessities, skincare, and cosmetics, hair dyes, detergents, etc. contain various chemical carcinogens. For example, SLS forming agent, tricosum, fluoride, lead, and mercury can cause cancer. Next, let us take a look at our organ. First is a windpipe, which is the throat. The picture on the left looks very rosy and clean. This is a healthy windpipe. And the picture on the right is a red, swollen, and inflamed windpipe. And this is a magnified 18,000 times by a microscope. So liver, the picture on the left is a healthy liver, where you see more red dots. And the picture on the right shows a hardened liver, which is a liver cirrhosis with more white spots seen. The liver performs more than 500 functions, and it is the only organ that does not have any nerve endings, meaning very often no pain or discomfort is experienced. When a person is diagnosed with a liver problem, it is often terminal. So we must always take care of our liver. And this is the picture of our joint. The left picture shows a healthy joint. It looks very smooth, and the above is the cartilage. In the picture on the right, show the condition of the rheumatoid arthritis, and the joint is already damaged. So some elderly think that arthritis is caused by sleeping on the floor or taking a shower at night. However, it is not. Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease where the immune system malfunctions, where it cannot distinguish between enemy cell and the body's own cell. When people with arthritis feel pain, they will usually go for injection or painkillers. But is it possible for the joint to become healthy again? Impossible, because the disease does not happen overnight, rather over an extended period of time, and it will need to take time to properly nourish it with nutrients to repair it. Going for injection and taking medicine for a long period of time will not be able to cure it, and it often brings some serious side effects, which is osteoporosis. So what is osteoporosis? There are holes in the bone and falls and lead to fractures easily. According to reports, the main cause of 9.6 million osteoporosis cases in the United States is due to side effects of medication and excessive intake of animal protein. So many people have a thinking that if they do not need to eat medicine or lie on a hospital bed, this means that they are healthy. For example, dizziness, headache, constipation, sensitive nose, even menstrual cramps, etc. These are sub-health conditions. Hence, no illness does not equate to healthy. And these are signals our body sends us that we need to pay attention to it. So, from my analysis above, nowadays we face many health risks. The research and development of medicine is unable to keep up with the development of diseases. So, let us learn how to achieve a good health and longevity through this preventive science, nutrition, immunology. First, I would like to introduce Dr. Zhao Fei Chen, the founder of Nutrition Immunology. She is the authority in preventive science and cancer researcher for more than 30 years. Dr. Zhao Fei Chen enrolled into Brigham Young University at age 16 and obtained PhD in microbiology at age 26, becoming the first batch of immunology experts. She has received several awards and recognition. In 1992, the Martin de la Cruz Award. On March 8, 1996, it was declared Zhao Fei Chen Day in the state of California in the US. In 1997, 10 outstanding young Americans. In 1999, most outstanding Chinese in the world, and she received Asia Pacific Entrepreneurship Award in 2016. Dr. Chen also written several publications, example, Cancer and Nutritional Immunology, Nutrition, Immunity, Longevity. So, what is nutrition immunology? Nutritional immunology is a science that studies the link between nutrition and the immune system. What is immune system? Let us have a look. The immune system is like the army of the country. There are Navy, Army, and Air Force to protect the country, and our immune system has several organs which protect us round the clock. The immune system is made out of several organs, including tonsil, lymph nodes, thymus, spleen, appendix, bone marrow, etc. The best doctor in the world is our immune system, and a healthy immune system protects us against diseases, as more than 90% of the diseases are caused by the malfunctioning of the immune system. So, a healthy immune system can perform three main functions: defense, cleanse, and repair. First, let us take a look at the defense function. On the left side is our B cell. B cell produce more than 1 billion different antibodies. In one lifetime to combat viruses, bacteria, and other types of invaders. B cell also have memory function. When it encounters the same virus, it will produce the required antibodies to destroy it within 24 hours. On the right, in red hand, which most are fearful about, is the cancer cells. And the white cell surrounding it is our natural killer cell, NK cell. The role of natural killer cell is to detect and destroy cancer cells. And after destroying them, it will become waste in our body and must extracted out of our body through the cleanse functions. So on the left, this is a macrophage with claws. They will extend their claws to hook the bacteria, viruses, and toxins and swallow them, whereby they will be excreted out of the body through our phlegm. Dr. Chen Ko is the garbage man of the body. And on the right, this is another macrophage in our blood vessel. The macrophage will move forward and engulf the cholesterol, triglycerides, toxins, and aged blood cell, whereby they will be excreted out of our body through our power movement. And next is our repair function. Our body has the ability to repair damaged cell, tissue, and organs. Why do some people's wound heal quickly while some heal slower? It all depends on the capability of our repair function. So nutrition, immune system, and health are interrelated. According to researchers, to be healthy, one needs to have a strong immune system. To have a strong immune system, one needs to have a sufficient sleep and rest, moderate exercise, be positive and happy, and correct, pure and balanced nutrition. We heard many share about nutrition. So what is the difference between nutrition and nutritional immunology? So nutrients focus on 5 basic nutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, fats, minerals. And these nutrients are essential for our survival, which we are not lacking today. In nutritional immunology, advocates preventive is better than cure. It focuses the research on the 3 disease-fighting nutrients: phytochemicals, antioxidants, polysaccharides, to boost the immune system to fight against disease and achieve longevity. Let us take a look at the disease-fighting nutrient to boost the immune system. So why we need phytochemicals? because in our daily diet, we consume a lot of meat and seafood. These are animal-based food that contain cancer-causing hormones. And today, food is particularly delicious with cancer-causing chemicals. In addition, current lifestyle are more stressful, and this is affect the emotion and causes the production of toxic hormones, increasing the risk of cancer. And phytochemicals can neutralize these cancer-causing hormones and prevent tumor growth. And why do we need antioxidants? Just now, as I mentioned, we are exposed to UV rays, fried foods, air pollution, smoking, and body's metabolism. This leads to the production of free radicals. Antioxidants can destroy free radicals, help the body produce collagen, can delay aging of organs, and prevent cancer. And lastly, why do we need polysaccharides? Because viruses and chemical carcinogens in daily necessity products are harmful to the human body and even cause cancer. Polysaccharides can enhance the immune function and speed up the destruction of viruses and cancer cells. So after understanding nutritional immunology, we will find that most of the disease can be prevented as long as you follow the way to health and longevity, which is sufficient sleep and rest, regular and moderate exercise, maintain a stable emotion, like by staying positive and happy, and include a healthy diet, which is pure, correct, and well-balanced nutrition. So I believe if everyone practice the way to health and longevity, everyone can realize the dream of longevity. Even if we do not live to 120 years old, we can still live to at least 100 years old. The above is my sharing. I wish you all good health and happiness. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cindy, for your professional sharing. So, through her sharing, Dr. Chen Zhaofei, the founder of the Nutritional Immunology and the Elite Global, has made us more aware about our health. I believe that after listening to Cindy's sharing, we also know that the best doctor in the world is our immune system. We are born the best doctor in the world. That is our immune system. The doctor is like a sophisticated and we always on guard to protect the body from the bacteria and the virus infection as well as the infection. And we also know from Cindy sharing that the speed of drug development is far slower than the occurrence of the diseases. Therapeutic medicine can only control the worsening of the disease but cannot prevent the occurrence of the disease. I believe that through the Cindy sharing, we have a better understanding in nutritional immunology. Let us thank Cindy once again. Next, I will share with you our topic tonight. Healthy liver, healthy you. Do you know that our liver has more than 500 functions? Liver really play a very important role to us. But do you know that how to protect it? Superfood can assist us in gaining a healthy liver. Nourishing the liver is just equivalent to nourishing life. Besides, how can we take care of our silent liver? Tonight, we are honored to invite Charlie to share the liver tip for us. Let us welcome Charlie.
Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me start by thanking EVG and my upline. Okay, my name is Charlie. A warm welcome to everybody for attending tonight's webinar and understanding how to protect your liver. Okay, as you know, right? Okay, liver is actually one of the most important and hardworking organ in our body. Okay, it actually helps our body to detox and stay healthy. Okay, and the liver is often been neglected and actually resulted in having fatty liver. So how do you determine whether a person has fatty liver? Just give me a second. Let me put up the slides. Touch myself. All right. Okay, as you can see on the slides, okay, okay, when liver, right, fats accounts to 5 to 10% of the liver weight, okay, this is normal. Okay, but if more than 10% of the liver weight is fat, the doctor will classify, okay, this as having fatty liver. Okay, so what are the signs of fatty liver? Okay, liver, right, will be enlarged under serious condition. Jaundice, right, where skin will turn yellowish. Okay, and also you will experience pain when pressing the abdomen. Okay, cirrhosis, right, will end up having liver cancer when it became more serious. Okay, and if still no improvement after that, we'll end up having liver failure. Okay, so some people, right, think that liver function deteriorate due to aging, but that's not the case. Okay, liver is the only internal organ, right, that have regenerative abilities. So speaking of fatty liver, okay, what are the higher risk group? Okay, let me go to the next slide. Okay, people who drink, okay, patients with viral hepatitis such as hepatitis B and C, obesity, okay, people with a high calorie, high fat diet, okay, diet high in cholesterol and trans fats, okay. The biggest function of the liver, right, is to detoxification. Okay. So when a person is on a long-term medication, for example, painkillers, sleeping pills, tranquilizers, and medicinal herbs, okay, then some medicinal herbs, even in tiny dosage, can damage the liver and lead to fatty liver. Okay, supplements are containing a vitamin A and iron, okay, and also due to lack of fiber, okay, we end up having lots of bad bacteria in the intestines, therefore easier to get fatty liver. So why is it that liver cancer is often in the terminal stage when it is diagnosed? Okay, some organs in the body have pain nerves. Okay, so what are pain nerves? Okay, for example, okay, if the stomach is uncomfortable, okay, we will get stomach ache or bloating to remind us that it is unwell. But only liver doesn't have any pain nerves. So how do we know when a liver is damaged? Okay, let's look at the next slide. Okay, there are actually signs to tell us that liver damage. For example, okay, when you have a mouth ulcers, bad breath. Okay, a lot of people stay up late, okay, or easily get mouth ulcers when they take deep fried food. Okay, having a bad breath, get hiccups after meals, indigestion. Okay, and they often thought these are symptoms of gastrointestinal problems. Okay, but actual fact, these are signs of liver damage. So people, right, who always hiccups after meals must really pay attention to it. Okay. Next, we can also observe from the skin. For example, dark circles, liver spots or itchy skins. Okay, if accumulation of blood toxins is not resolved, you can also get symptoms from the skin, and also high cholesterol, obesity, fatigue, yellow eyes. Okay, all these symptoms, etc., etc. Okay, so how to prove that these symptoms are liver damage? You may not be aware that liver has more than 500 functions. Let's look at the next slide. Okay, so when liver is damaged, it cannot perform these functions anymore, right? For example, some of the main functions of liver is detoxification, okay, is to remove toxins from the bloodstream. Okay, when it is unable to detox properly, okay, these toxins will actually reach the skin, causing skin problems. Okay, liver will also make bile. Okay, help to digest foods and fats. Earlier I mentioned that gastrointestinal problems are related to liver. Okay, liver is also responsible for producing cholesterol. Okay, cholesterol is the raw material, right, for the body to produce various hormones and cell membranes. In fact, 70% of cholesterol is produced by the liver. However, when liver is damaged, okay, it will produce too much cholesterol. Therefore, many cardiovascular diseases are closely related to liver damage. Okay, there are also some obese people who have exhausted all weight loss methods but still can't lose weight. So what does this have to do with liver? Okay, because liver is the main organ that helps to burn and metabolize fats. Okay, and if liver is unable to consume enough fats, okay, you won't be able to slim down no matter what you do. So besides, have you noticed some people, right, doze off easily? Right, it is because one of the liver functions is to help us store carbohydrates, so that it can actually release energy quickly to give us the energy when needed. But when liver is damaged and cannot store carbohydrates properly, thus, right, we will feel tired easily. Okay, liver is also responsible to make various chemicals and regulate blood sugar. In fact, many people, right, have actually endocrine disorders or diabetes, okay, which are actually related to liver damage. Okay, because liver is responsible to do a lot of work besides those liver functions that were mentioned in the slides, or I might have missed out. Okay, the moment liver is damaged, okay, the body will produce all sort of diseases. Okay, however, a lot of people, right, neglect to maintain it for a long time and even ignore signs of liver damage when they are diagnosed with fatty liver, cirrhosis or jaundice, okay, or even liver cancer. Okay, then it is often in the terminal stage. Okay, let's look at the next slide. Okay, there is actually no cure for liver disease. Okay, to treat liver disease, the only way is to nourish the liver cells that are regenerated via plant-based food to restore its final functions. Okay, so which plant-based food are good for the liver? Okay. Let me introduce you to Raisin Tree. Okay, Raisin Tree, right, comes with 30 packages per box, 12 grams per package. Ingredients include Howenia dulcis, American ginseng, and monk fruit. So let's look at the functions of Howenia dulcis. Okay, it's able to increase alcohol metabolism, okay, help to alleviate hangover symptoms, reduce alcohol dependence, and also protect and strengthen liver functions, okay, and prevent fatty liver and cirrhosis. Okay. Next up is American ginseng. It has actually anti-inflammatory properties and helps to promote liver regeneration, prevent liver fibrosis, and boost energy. Okay, the last ingredient is actually monk fruit. Okay, helps to clear heats, okay, moisten our lungs, relieve cough, and help reduce phlegm, and also reduce the risk of diabetes and obesity, and prevent liver disease. Next slide. Okay. So, who should consume Raisin Tree? In fact, everybody should consume Raisin Tree. Okay, let's look at men first. Okay, they often work very hard to support their family when it comes to food. Okay, so when it comes to food, right, they often take deep fried or very unhealthy and tends to actually hurt the liver. Okay, therefore, Raisin Tree can help to protect and nourish their liver. How about women? Okay, women, right, usually take care of house chores, and they look after the children and even need to work, and some even have to stay up late quite often. Therefore, women need to really nourish their liver. As for the elderly, okay, they have work, okay, for most of their lives, okay, and often neglecting their own health for the sake of their children. And in fact, their metabolism, right, have actually slowed down, and organs, including liver, started to weaken. Okay, therefore, they really need to protect and nourish their liver. Okay, so how about children? Children nowadays, right, are under a lot of stress, homework stress, examination stress, or even after school, they still got tuition, plus they have a lot of extra curriculum activities. And children are extremely picky in their food and often eat fast food or those unhealthy food. Therefore, can damage their liver easily. Okay, so Raisin Tree will help to protect their liver and lower the risk of liver disease when they grow up. And lastly, those who drink and socialize, right, often need Raisin Tree even more than any other people. Why? Because regular drinking really hurts the liver and can easily lead to liver cirrhosis. Okay, having said so much, I believe everyone knows by now, right? Okay, as long as we have Raisin Tree, we can take good care of our liver and prevent fatty liver, hepatitis, and cardiovascular diseases. Okay, let's look at the next slide. Okay, next up, we have Fiber Talk. Okay, also 30 packages per box, 18 grams per package. Main ingredients are psyllium husk, banana, and orange. Okay, let's look at the ingredients. Psyllium husk, okay, is actually rich in dietary fiber, 7 times higher than oat. Okay, and every 100 grams of psyllium husk contains 71 grams of soluble fiber. Okay, and also with higher water content than other fibers, okay, can actually soften feces and prevent constipation. Okay, next slide. Okay, psyllium husk again can help detox and maintain beautiful skin, and relieve abdominal pain and maintain a healthy digestive system. Can also reduce the risk of colorectal cancer and effectively control blood sugar and prevent diabetes. Okay, next slide. Okay, so psyllium husk can also reduce body weight and fats, inhibit inflammation, can balance intestinal microbiota, okay, prevent fatty liver and cirrhosis, and also rich in phytosterol, effective in lowering blood cholesterol levels and reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. So let's look at the next slide. So how does phytosterol lower blood cholesterol levels? Okay, as you can see from the picture, right, the pink color represent a digestive system. Okay, the brown color represent our bloodstream. Okay, the yellow color, right, represent cholesterol, and the green color represent phytosterol, which is also known as plant sterol. Okay, so the left picture showing if without phytosterol, okay, cholesterol is absorbed from the digestive system into the bloodstream and little is removed from the body. Okay, and the right picture showing if with phytosterol, okay, plant sterol actively block cholesterol from being absorbed into the bloodstream and more is removed from the body. Okay, in fact, cholesterol, right, needs to be mixed with micelle, then can enter the bloodstream. So if we eat meat, while also eating a lot of vegetables, right, as in the picture on the right, okay, there will be plant sterols, okay, in the bloodstream. And plant sterols, right, are more active than cholesterol. And it will actually precede cholesterol and combine with micelles and can reduce the body absorption of cholesterol. So the cholesterol, right, in these unabsorbed foods, right, will be excreted from the body through our bowel movement. So if the body does not have plant sterols to actually prevent cholesterol from binding to micelle, and there is no fiber to block cholesterol, okay, then it will be easier to enter the bloodstream. Therefore, okay, eat more plant-based food, okay, increase the phytosterol, right, also plant sterol, to defeat cholesterol and incorporate phytosterol into your daily diet. Okay, let's look at the next slide. Okay, back to psyllium husk. Okay, psyllium husk helps nourish a healthy population of intestinal bacteria. Also helps digestion, helps to produce vitamin B and K, eliminate harmful bacteria, maintain a healthy digestive system, strengthen the immune system. Okay, next slide. Let me change position. Okay, now let's understand more about gut microbiota. Okay, gut microbiota, right, got at least 1,000 kinds of bacteria. And each person, right, gut microbiota is unique, determined by long-term eating habits. Okay, gut microbiota is beneficial in promoting health and longevity. Okay, so this makes the use of probiotics becoming popular. Okay, but in fact, more and more studies, right, have found concerns about probiotic products in supplements and dairy products. Okay, so having small amount of strains, will be destroyed by gastric acid. Okay, cannot colonize the intestines. Okay, only few kind of probiotics. Okay, and also disturb the balance of gut microbiota. It also develops resistance to antibiotics and lack of safety data. Therefore, probiotics products, right, are not suitable for long-term use. Let's look at the next slide. So, in fact, we should actually consume plant-based food, right, rich in dietary fiber, okay, such as psyllium husk, to cultivate a balanced and healthy gut microbiota and provide multiple health benefits, especially in the intestinal tract. Okay, let's look at the next slide. So, how much dietary fiber we need actually daily? The human body needs about 25 to 35 grams of dietary fiber every day, but people only consume averagely about 15 grams of dietary fiber every day. So in fact, this is lower than the required amount of dietary fiber daily. Okay, that's the saying. Okay, yeah, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I'm sure you heard about that. So in fact, an apple with skin contains about 2.8 grams of fiber. So let's change the saying. So the proper saying should be 10 apples a day keeps the doctor away. Okay. So, but then how many people, right, can actually eat 10 apples a day? I believe it's kind of hard. Okay. And due to insufficient dietary fiber intake, our body, right, is poorly lacking of dietary fiber nowadays. Okay, so let's look at the next slide. Okay. And also lack of dietary fiber, right, can cause unable to detox smoothly, accumulate toxins in the body. Okay, liver being overworked, we get tired easily. Dull skin, acne, poor skin condition, constipation, gastrointestinal diseases, obesity, and cancer. Okay, now let's look at the last slide. Yeah. So, who should consume fiber talk? Okay, In fact, everybody should consume fiber talk, especially for people who want to improve their digestive system problems, okay, such as having digestion, indigestion, abdominal air problems, or constipation, okay. And these people, right, can actually improve their digestive problems with fiber talk. Okay, and also people, right, with high cholesterol and high blood sugar, right, can also use fiber talk to help lower down their blood cholesterol and blood sugar. And those, right, who love meat or fried food can also consume fiber talk before meals, right, to prevent the intestinal tract from absorbing cholesterol and fats. And those who want to lose weight and maintain their figure can also use fiber talk to help in weight management. So I hope all this information, right, okay, and okay, all this information enables you, right, to the knowledge, right, to protect your liver, okay. So my sharing ends here, and I wish all of you, right, good liver, good health. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the sharing brought to us by the lecturer Charlie. So through his sharing, I believe that we all know better now how we can take care of our liver, because we know that our liver has more than 500 functions, and the liver really plays a very important role to us. So just now Charlie just shared the elite nutritional immunological food, racing tree and the fiber talk can help us to protect the liver. So does anyone benefit from the nutritional immunology product? Definitely a yes. Tonight we are also very honored to invite two testimonial sharers to share with us how they benefited from the product. In addition, we also invite everyone's cooperation here that is not to take photo while sharers are sharing their personal testimony. So first of all, we will invite the first sharer. Her name is Singji. Then let us welcome Singji to share how did her mother gain back her health from the several liver disease. Her mother liver test showing liver damage level. The worst part was the doctor said there was no treatment for her mom and asked them to prepare for the worst case scenario. It sounded like a death penalty to mom. So now we are invite Singji to share.
Thank you, Shireen. Hi, everyone. I'm Sing Chik. I'd like to share my mom's testimonial. So my mom had acute liver failure in July 2015 and was admitted to Kuantan General Hospital. So let me show you her test results. Give me a moment. Yeah, so her liver function test results showed that the ALT and AST surpassed 1,000, which were 1093 and 1,661. So this shows that her liver damage was very severe, and as the normal range for a healthy person should be less than 56 and 34. So because of this illness, my mom was bedridden and also suffered from whole body retention, had jaundice or skin yellowing, and was in pain. Her kidneys function were affected as well. Her urine was cloudy and dark brown in color. My mom's blood sugar level was very high, which was around 14. The worst part was that the doctor said that there was no treatment for my mom and asked us to prepare for the worst case scenario. So to me, it sounded like a death penalty to my mom. As I understand very well the science of nutritional immunology, I let my mom consume nutritional immunology products, and in just within 4 days, her AST and ALT level improved tremendously. So from the test report on the bottom, showed that the level reduced to half. ALT is 712 and AST is 564. So she continued to take products. Her kidneys function had improved as well. Because of these improvements, the doctor prescribed medication for improving kidney function.
Thank you, Sindri. Oh, that is amazing. Congrats, Sindri mom came back her health again. Congrats, Sindri again. So next, let us welcome the second winner, Darren, who will come and share with us how he gained back his health. He has been having slight issue on his cholesterol level. However, he started having severe gastric pain issue and has gone into the A&E twice. He was also found to be have fatty liver and gallbladder stone based on the session ultrasound scan. So now we welcome Darren for his sharing.
Thank you, Shari. Hi, everyone. I'm Darren. I'll be sharing a past medical issue I had. So back some years ago, before 2018, I've been having this very slight issue with my cholesterol level. Let me share a slide. So during that time, my cholesterol has been hovering just above 200, but below 240. So you can see from the reports, the reference level is at 200. It's meant to be, the generally the highest normal reference level for all ages. The LDL bad cholesterol, so-called, is above 130, but below 160 at that time. Yeah, so LDL 130 is basically the reference level. So the GP at that time in 2017 and also then never actually recommend medication, just to ask me to watch my diet. So however, in November 2018, after my annual health screening, my total cholesterol was found to have shot all the way up to 250 for total cholesterol, 250. And the LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, is now at then at 175. Yeah. So the GP advised that either I start medication straight away or go on very, very strict low cholesterol diet from then on, and to do a review every 6 months. So for me, I choose dieting as usual. So I try to avoid medication. Yeah. So in April 2019, I started having a very serious gastric pain and cramps issue. And I gone into A&E twice within 2 weeks period. So the pain and the cramps was so intense that I was given painkiller drips and injection on both the A&E incident. So thinking back, I think those pains were the most intense so far in my whole life. I was then also being referred to a gastrointestinal specialist and a cardiologist after the second A&E incident. So immediately, the cardiologist instructed me to start taking very high dosage of cholesterol medication, 40 mg of atorvastatin for 3 months straight. Yeah. And the gastrointestinal specialist found that I have fatty liver and gallbladder stones after ultrasound scan. But that actually wasn't the cause of the cramps and the pain that I experienced. That's what he's told me. So he suspected that it's something to do with my liver and advised me to have an MRI done on my liver if the gastric pain occurs again. So at the same time, I got to know about nutritional immunology and elite products through a family friend. And from then, right, I understand that, as what Charlie mentioned earlier, to maintain healthy level of cholesterol, I need to have a healthy liver. So I started taking Elite Complete Nourishment Series, which is I take 30 meals of a day for this Rhapsody and Rosy Thyme, and a packet a day for the immunity and the berry beets, and 2 packets a day for the raising trees and soy green. So 3 months later, in July 2019, I went back to see both specialists again. So in those 3 months, I didn't have any kind of gastric pains, while taking the Elite products, and the pain issue wasn't there. So the gastro specialist gave me an open date after that, seeing me after 3 months. So he says that there's nothing much that they can do. I mean, since there's no pain, there's no need for going for an MRI. So the best news actually came from the cardiologist after a blood test. I was completely clear of the high cholesterol issue. Let me share a slide. So the total cholesterol then was been reduced way down to 173, as you can see here, total. The bad cholesterol, the LDL, is now 95.73. So the cardiologist was also very surprised of the result then, and then decided to reduce my medication to the lowest dosage. So Before that, the 3 months before was 40 mg, and then he reduced it to 10 mg. So 10 mg a day. In 2020, yeah, so last year, I still maintain the same level of cholesterol level. And then in 2020, I actually decided to stop my medication on my own accord, not because a doctor asked me to, but on my own accord. At the same time, I start my vegan diet. So, and in 2021, this year, my blood test has shown that I'm still maintaining similar healthy level without medication. As you can see here, this is the 2021 level. Yeah. So I'm still consuming the elite products on daily basis. So 30 mils of rosy thymes and 1 packet of berry beets, raisin tree, and soy green every day. So I'm very grateful to my friend who introduced me and Dr. Chen for her research and the products. This is my sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren, for the sharing. I'm very touched to see the sharing from the fatty liver index exceeding the standard to returning to a healthy level. I'm very happy that he won back his health. Congratulations, Darren. So after listening to the sharing of this testimonial, I'm very happy that they have gained back their health because of the nutritional immunology. Our body really needs to improve our health by eating the right nutrients. Special statement here. Please take note that every product is specially formulated to nourish the overall body, including our immune system. However, our products are not in any way a form of the medication or drug and should not be used to treat or cure illness. Dear fans online, I believe you will have a better understanding of the knowledge of protecting the liver through the above sharing. Now come the last session of our sharing session tonight, the questions and answers section. If you have any question, you are welcome to ask them. You can type in your questions in the chat box or turn on the microphone to ask the questions. From the above sharing, I'm sure you are eager to know more information about today's topic, livers. So don't be shy to ask. Our Q&A team will try to answer your question. So don't hesitate to ask any question. We will try our best. So you can ask the question what you want. Thanks. You can type your question in the chat box or unmute your microphone to ask the question that you want to ask. So let me find the questions you got in the chat box or not. I saw one questions in the chat box that my uncle has been taking cholesterol medications for many years and it helped to control his bad cholesterol LDL level, but never able to increase his good cholesterol HDL level. Is there any way to increase good cholesterol level consuming superfood and which superfood? Q&A team, who can help answer these questions?
Hey, Shireen, I'm Darren. I'd like to assist with answering the question.
Okay, thank you, Darren.
Thank you, Pei Boon. I saw your question. So the question is, your uncle has been taking cholesterol medication for many years, and that's to help with the bad cholesterol. But you like to know how to increase the good cholesterol. Well, thank you for this. Is a very good question. As my dad himself has similar issue for many years before knowing about nutritional immunology. The short answer to this is yes. There are superfoods that help reduce bad cholesterol and increase good cholesterol at the same time. So let me elaborate further. Firstly, I will explain a little bit about phytosterols or plant sterols. Let me share a slide. So phytosterols are plant sterols that are similar to cholesterol in structure and function. Clinical studies have shown that the phytosterols intake can reduce total cholesterol by 10% and the bad cholesterol by 15%. There is increasing evidence that eating more plant food containing phytosterols can reduce cardiovascular disease risk. So how does this phytosterols works? So for phytosterols to be absorbed by cells that line the intestine, dietary cholesterol must be incorporated into mixed micelles, which are mix of bile salts, lipids, and sterols formed in the small intestine. So phytosterols compete with the cholesterol to be incorporated into the micelles. Or rather, in simpler terms, phytosterols compete with the cholesterol to be absorbed into the digestive system, and which actively blocks the cholesterol from getting into our bloodstreams. So in fact, the phytosterols have a greater affinity for micelles than the cholesterol. So that causing the cholesterol to be excluded from absorption process. So because it's not being absorbed by the body, right? That means the cholesterol in its very free form will be excreted out, right? So in this way, phytosterols speed up the excretion of the cholesterol from the body. And research has shown that consuming as little as 1.5 or 1.8 grams of phytosterols a day can reduce cholesterol absorption by 30 to 40%, while intake of 2.2 grams only of the phytosterols per day can reduce cholesterol absorption by 60%. 60%, that's quite a big number. So which superfood is rich in phytosterols? So first one, soy. So soy, phytosterol content in soy can be as high as 0.843 milligram per gram. So the FDA actually published that the 25 grams of soy protein a day can reduce the risk of heart disease. And the next one is the psyllium husk. So every 100 grams of psyllium husk contains 71 grams of soluble fiber. And this helps prevent absorption of fats, lower the blood cholesterol levels, hence reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease and heart diseases. And what other superfood can nourish the liver and help lowering the LDL, or rather the bad cholesterol? So first one, oriental raisin tree, or as Charlie mentioned earlier, is the Horvina dulcis. Raisin tree fruit can protect liver function, so activate the cholesterol to promote blood circulation, increase vitality, and maintain healthy stomach and spleen, prevent liver cirrhosis and fatty liver. So it's an antidote to eliminate the toxic and enhance and regulate immunity. Maintain the normal structure and function of the blood circulatory system as well. So next is the American ginseng. So American ginseng balance the immune system and improve the liver regeneration and destroy cancer cells and viruses. Its antioxidants reduce the free radical damage in some tissues and can reduce oxidation of the LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, to help prevent cardiovascular disease. Blueberries, researchers have found that the phenols and the cyanidins in the blueberries inhibits growth of liver cancer cells by 50%, while death of liver cancer cell increased by 400% in the study. So these blueberries are also a ready source of these pterostilbenes. Scientists have discovered that pterostilbenes has this immense potential of inhibiting LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, thus lessening the burden on the liver. So removing the bad cholesterol from the blood is one of the liver vital functions. So this would be good for the liver. Next, I'll touch on the superfood that increase the good cholesterol, HDL. So increase good cholesterol. Hawthorn. So hawthorn actually nourish and immune cells in the liver. Hawthorn can increase the rate at which the liver convert bad cholesterol, which is the LDL, into the good cholesterol, HDL. So also help prevent oxidation of the good cholesterol, HDL. Because of the reduce in oxidation, that thus it can maintain the level of good cholesterol in the body. Next one is a cordyceps mycelium. Cordyceps is known to be able to inhibit free radical damage in the liver. So cortisol synthesis can raise the amount of the HDL, which is the good cholesterol, reduce the amount of the bad cholesterol and blood viscosity. So research has shown that cortisol polysaccharides are beneficial for the liver fibrosis, also known to regulate the immune system. So in conclusion, to raise HDL and lower the LDL, that means to raise the good cholesterol and lower the bad cholesterol, right, at the same time, right, we can consume nutritious plant food without any kind of side effects, unlike those from medication. Yeah. So in addition to having this well-balanced, nutritious plant diet, one also needs to ensure 3 criteria. Firstly, ensure sufficient sleep and rest. Secondly, regular exercise. Lastly, maintain a stable emotion. Yeah. So this is my sharing, and I hope I answer Pei-Boon's question. Thank you.
So thank you, Darren, for answering this question. Hope this answer can help Pei-Boon. Thank you again. So don't feel shy to ask any question related to our today's topic. So you can get this opportunity to type your questions in the chat box or unmute your microphones to ask the question. Let us see the chat box got any question or not. One question from Kathy Leons. Hi, there is an article circulating on the internet about the link between sugar and cancer. Is that true? Elite products are sweet, cancer and diabetes patients can consume. So, Q&A team, who can help to answer this question?
Hello, Serene. Hi, MC. I'm Daniel here. Maybe I can help to answer these questions from Kathy, right? Yeah,
Thank you.
actually a good question.
Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah, thank you. So this is actually a good question. So I believe Kathy may have the concern about this. We're talking about the sugar that we eat every day. Does it actually feed the cancer cell, right? And then, okay, maybe I can share with you a slide that can explain more on this sugar. Please give me a second. Okay, as you can see from this slide, actually, according to these cancer treatment centers of US, there's no conclusive research to prove that the sugar will cause the cancer cell to grow and spread. So this is a very important information. And then the truth is our body needs sugar in the form of glucose to form the energy, okay? And then there's no way to completely avoid this sugar, because everything that we eat, bread, rice, will be actually broken down by this our digestive system into this simple sugar in order for our cells to use it as energy. So sugar actually fuel the growth of both normal cell as well as the cancer cell. So in fact, without this sugar fuel, every cell, regardless of cancerous or the healthy cell, will actually starve and die. So sugar is not really bad. It comes down to how do we choose to be incorporated in our diet. So in fact, sugar in the form of we call these fruits and vegetables is actually healthy, but sugar in the form of these we call empty calories like soda or sweets or candy, that actually contains a lot of added sugar with no nutritional value. So eating these empty calories will actually easily lead to this obesity, which in turn will increase the risk of diabetes, heart disease, and even cancer. So hence our immune cells, like every other cell, we actually need sugar for energy. So to stay healthy, we also need to nourish our immune system, as shared by our speaker earlier. Without our immune system, we have no way of killing the cancerous cell in our body before they multiply or even form the tumor. And next, we may be concerned, Kathy may be concerned about these elite products. We heard people talk about elite products are sweet and whether cancer and diabetic patients can consume them, right? Maybe we can understand about this a little bit understand about this, we call the glycemic index for the common food that we eat. Okay, from this diagram, you will notice that the higher the glycemic index, the faster the blood sugar will increase. Okay, so you can see the index is from 1 to 100. Okay, let's look at this diagram. For example, the white rice that we eat, the glycemic index is quite high, which is 88. Brown rice, 59. Glutinous rice, 87. The miswa, 68. The steamed bread, the baguette, 95. White bread, 71. And this whole grain bread is 50, and the multi-grain bread is 48. So from the diagram above, you can actually see that white rice is not sweet, but the glycemic index is very high and even higher than the brown rice, which is only 59. Hence, this glycemic index has no correlation with how sweet a food is. Therefore, diabetic and cancer patients, in fact, they need to pay more attention to this glycemic index of the food and not how sweet the food is. And they should choose the food with a low glycemic index. And next, we also need to understand this we call the sugar glycemic index. From this diagram, you will notice that glucose has the highest glycemic index of 100, which means that our blood, the moment we take in this glucose, our blood sugar level will spike immediately after consuming. So sucrose, the glycemic index is only 66. The reason why is extracted from this sugar cane and also usually made into this we call the white brown or even the raw sugar. Fructose, which is we call the fruit sugar, has a very, very low glycemic index of 23 only. So which is generally found in the fruits and vegetables that we eat every day. And you will notice that the glycemic index of honey is 62. The monk fruit and the stevia is sweet, but you can see that the glycemic index is only 0. So let us look at the type of sugars that are, or we call the carbohydrates that found in the liquid products. So first, we have this Rhapsody and Rositime. So you will notice that, sorry, the sweetness from a Rhapsody and Rositime actually derived from the fructose. Okay, you can see the highlight is actually from the fructose. And the glycemic index for the fructose is only 23, which is very low. So during this product formulation, Dr. Zhao Fei Chen not only emphasized the nutritional value, but also attached the great importance of this, we call the taste of the products. And next, we look at this Berry-Bit, the Elix powder products. We have Berry-Bit, Phytofin, and Soy Green. So the sweetness of these powder products are derived from fructose as well. So which the fructose exists naturally in food, such as the fruits and vegetables as shared earlier. Besides that, you'll notice that this Phytofit and Soy Green actually they contain this wholesome soy, not only fructose, but they contain the wholesome soy, which is recommended by this American Diabetes Association as a good source of protein. Hence, these products can help to stabilize the blood glucose level. And next, we look at the Raisin Tree and Soy Pro. So these two products actually do not contain any fructose, all right? But why is a Raisin Tree is sweet? Okay, the reason is because the sweetness comes from the monk fruit, or we call the lohan guo, okay, in Mandarin, which is 300 times sweeter than the normal sugar, but the glycemic index is 0. So if diabetic patients are still quite concerned about the sweetness, you can actually choose Soy Pro, okay, the product below, Soy Pro, because it has no fructose at all, and the main ingredients are only soybean and Jilin ginseng. So according to this American Diabetes Association, fructose has a smaller effect on this blood sugar concentration. So hence, its elite products are suitable for everyone to consume. So I hope that I've answered your questions, Kathy. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel, for answering this question. Hope this question can help Kathy lah. So through the Daniel sharing, any products are suitable for all the age, including the people with chronic illness. So anyone feel free to ask the questions related to our today topic. So don't hesitate to ask any questions. So we'll try our best to answer your question. So no more questions, or you all feel shy to ask the question? If you feel shy to ask the question, you can type the question in the chat box. So as we know that liver have more than 500 functions. So we must take care our liver. So we wait for a while. So no more questions. Okay. So there is a Q&A session is over here. So before we end the sharing session today, I would like to share some information to all of you.